check it out. WhatsApp is doing some things. WhatsApp now lets you join in progress group calls. Let me let you get into some of that because I've got something to say about it, and I think this is a good thing. I'll let you read this one, and I'll do the next one.
All right, cool. WhatsApp group calls. For the ones who are familiar with WhatsApp, you guys are already familiar with how WhatsApp works. For the ones who do not know what WhatsApp is, it's a great tool for you to download as an app, and you can have communication for you and your friends. And just say you don't have cell phone service, as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can still communicate and have regular phone calls, regular text messages, and it even has some other cool features that you have to just dive deep into it, and they'll let you know.
Irregardless of what it is, WhatsApp, and I'm gonna bring this comment up because I think this is relevant, but here's the reason why I wanted to talk about this. WhatsApp is not used a lot in the States, it's used globally. The United States is behind, I think, in this functionality. We're so diverted on iMessages, we're so diverted on Android messages or whatever the case may be, but again, the rest of the planet really is using the low frequency bandwidth and low frequency requirements of tools like WhatsApp. One, because it's encrypted, and because it also allows you to have multiple conversations going at the same time, allows you to engage, interact, and exchange data and information with folks within your conversation piece. I really like this because, again, the US is so far behind in terms of catching up with how the rest of the world is using these mobile technology and mobile communications platforms. I hate Zoom. I dislike Teams. I tolerate WhatsApp. I challenge everyone. Here's another call to action. If you're really looking for another global cross-platform communication tool on your mobile device and on your desktop, so there's actually a desktop component to WhatsApp as well. I engage with all of my folks, all of my team from a professional perspective using WhatsApp as opposed to using anything else. I'm not going to put him on screen. That would be embarrassing. I'm not going to put him out here in these streets like that. So that being said, again, check out WhatsApp. The fact that you can now engage and log into a group meeting before it starts, when it starts, after it starts, without having to be kicked out or having to put in a whole bunch of extra credentials, because you've already authenticated through the app. So that encryption is part of the platform in and of itself. Check it out. Go ahead and reach out for something different. We're never going to tell you to try something that's not relevant and that doesn't make sense. This makes sense to go ahead and maybe inch this into that folder that you have for social media contact and start taking advantage of itself. Yeah.
I think it's cool that they're doing this group calling, and it's kind of like a 3-way call, 4-way call, 10-way call. You guys are having a group meeting. You can jump in and out at will, as long as you were initially invited, if that makes sense. So I think that they're competing with Zoom. I don't care for Zoom, as you said.
No
I
one
don't
cares
care
for Zoom.
No, I don't care for Microsoft Teams, but I mean, with WhatsApp, how do I word this? They have some great functionality. Like you said, they are owned by Facebook, so that's something that's, out of our control. But the fact that they're willing to grow and they're willing to say, how can we make this better on a global level? Yes, the United States needs to step their game up, and they need to be more aware of what's going on a global level. So download the app, play with it. I mean, like I said, you could literally cut off your carrier service, and you can, as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can still have phone calls with people. So you could really be saving on your phone bill and not paying that $80 or $70 or $60 a month that you're accustomed to paying. As long as you have mobile data, Wi-Fi, that's all you need, you can still be able to take calls.
Ooh, damn, son.
I love it.
You get it, because I'm gonna put you out there and I'm gonna show you a little love, right? Because you are a global person, right? You travel, you got stamps in your passport, so you know when you go to Europe, when you go to wherever. I'm sorry, you're just not really using Facebook Messenger. You're not using some of these other tools. You're using what the rest of the planet uses, and for the most part, that's probably WhatsApp.
Well, T-Mobile's on the GSM network, not the GCMA network, and they charge 20 cents a minute when you go abroad. But basically, I can go overseas, unlock my phone, put their SIM card in, pay for mobile data, and as long as you have a WhatsApp account, I can literally video chat you, call you, and I'm only using my mobile data. As long as I have hotspot data or mobile data, I'm good. So, I mean, this is why WhatsApp is cool. So for the ones that are abroad and they're watching this show, it's like, oh, we get in-group calls. So we're giving you a tutorial of what WhatsApp is here in the United States. But for the people that are watching this from abroad, they already know. And it's like, wow, we get this new functionality of the group calls. I think that's where the win comes in for them. No one's not downloading Zoom and saying, I'm going to have a personal family call with you. That's more on a business level. Zoom has sold themselves to companies, organizations, and educational institutions. They have not sold it to like the family atmosphere and say, hey, make your call with Zoom on Thanksgiving. They have not done that. Yeah. So with that being said, this is an open market for WhatsApp to come in and say, you know what? Hey, you can have the whole family on. We can do a group call. And if you have to walk away and leave and come back, you're good to go. We still have you in that same group call.
Good point. Good point.